Is it visible? Child
Yes.
relationship. Okay, you may start.
My presentation about relationship between parents and children. Parents are usually the first people a child learns to trust. Parents and families are the most important people in children's lives. It's not secret that being a parent is one of the most challenging roles in the world. The relationship between a parent and their child is a unique bond that physical and emotional development of a child. Children who have a healthy relationship with their parents are more likely to develop positive relationship with other people that around them. They are better at regulating their emotions when faced with stress or difficult situations. That's why parent-child relationship is the most important factor in children's life. So the parent-child relationship consists of a combination of behaviors, feelings, and expectations that are unique to a particular parent and a particular child. And there are some categories of parent-child relationship. First category, secure relationship. Second, avoidant relationships. Third one, ambivalent relationship, and disorganized relationships. First of all, secure relationship is the strongest type of attachment that child feels he can depend on his parent or provider. He or she waits support from their parents all the time. He knows that person will be there when he needs support. He knows what to expect. So next one is avoidant relationships. In this relationship, attachment is not secure. Children learn that depending on parents won't get them that secure feeling they want. So they learn to take care of themselves. So third one is ambivalent relationships. Ambivalence is another way a child may be insecurely attached to his parents. Learn that sometimes their needs are met and sometimes they are not. They notice what behavior got their parents' attention in the past and use it over and over. They are always looking for that feelings of security that they sometimes get. So last one is disorganized relationships. In this relationship, children don't want what to expect from their parents. Children with relationships learn to predict how his parents will react, whether it's positive or negative. So, next page, please. Parenting is a process of promoting and supporting the physical, emotional, social, and intellectual development of a child from infancy to adulthood. And
characteristics
there are
healthy parent-child relationship. What is it? Flexible, adaptable.
Flexible, adaptable. Second, connected. Third, appropriate boundaries. Fourth, open communication. And fifth, discipline. First of all, flexible and adaptable. Good parents must be flexible and adaptable for their children. They have ability to recognize and accommodate the child's need. Help the child by giving clear directions, offering opportunities to choose and negotiate. Second one, connected. Parents should have...
Let's continue our lesson, parent-child relationship. Introduction. Parents are usually the first people a child learns to trust. Parents and families are the most important people in the children's lives. To the many different relationships people form over the course of the lifespan, the relationship between parent and child is among the most important. The parent-child relationship consists of a combination of behaviors, feelings, and expectations that are unequal to a particular parent and a particular child. The relationship involves the full extent of a child's development. There are lots of types of parent-child relationship. Firstly, secure relationships, avoidant relationship, ambivalent relationship, disorganized relationships. What is secure relationship? It is the strongest type of attachment. A child in this category feels he can depend on his parent or provider. He knows that person will be there when he needs. Avoidant relationship, this is one of the category of attachment that is not secure. Avoidant children have learned that depending on children won't get them that secure feeling they want, so child learn to take care of themselves. Avoidant children may seem too independent and usually don't build strong relationships. Ambivalent relationships. Ambivalence is another way a child may be insecurely attached to his parents. Child notice what behavior got their parents' attention in the past and use it is over and over. Children are always looking for that feeling of security. Disorganized relationships. Disorganized children don't know what to expect from their parents. Children with relationships learn to predict how his parent will react, whether it is positive or negative. Child also learns that doing certain things will make their parents to do certain things. And parenting, it is the process of promoting and supporting the physical, emotional, social, and intellectual development of a child from infancy to adulthood. Parenting style, as it means a psychological construct representing standard strategies that parents use in their child rearing. Parenting styles, there are 4 parenting styles. The first one is authoritarian, second one is authoritative, third one is permissive, indulgent, last one is detached. Authoritarian parents, the parent is demanding but not responsive. Authoritarian parents are rigid in their rules. They expect absolute obedience from the child without any questioning. Authoritarian parents are strict disciplinarians. Authoritative parents show respect for the opinions of their children. Authoritative parents are both responsive and demanding. They are firm, but they discipline with love and affection rather than power. Permissive, indulgent. Permissive, indulgent parents have little or no control over the behavior of their children. Indulgent parents are responsive, but not especially demanding. They have few expectations of their children and impose little or inconsistent discipline. There are empty threats of punishment without setting limits. Role reversal occurs. Detached parents are neither responsive nor demanding. They may be careless or unaware of the child's needs for affection and discipline. Characteristics of a healthy parent-child relationship: it is flexible, adaptable, connected, appropriate boundaries, open communication, and discipline. Flexible adaptation, it is good. Parents must be flexible and adaptable. They have ability to recognize and accommodate the child's need, help the child by giving clear directions, offering opportunities to choose, and negotiate. Connected, parents should have ability to differentiate the child's words from his or her behavior and create a reward-oriented environment in which consequences are a positive outcome. Respond to a child's problems or feelings with appropriate boundaries. The parent-child relationship includes various boundaries. Healthy boundaries consider that what the parent and the child want in a positive way to find a mutually agreeable solution or limit. Open communication, the way the parent and child communicate, sets the tone for the relationship. The healthy parent-child relationships use positive communication that separates the child's words from behavior. Discipline for healthy parent-child relationship. Discipline also very important aspect to finding the solution of conflicts and behavior problems. Helps to encourage the strong relations rather than punishing children in an attempt to teach. Factors influencing parent-child relationship: family structure, social and community support, relationship history, emotional system, temperament, parenting experiences, intellectual capacity, education, cultural context, and experience. Methods to improve child-parent relationships: play games with child, casual conversation, bring the child to new places, rewarding. Parent-child relationship consists of a combination of behaviors, feelings, expectations that are unique to a particular parent and particular child. It is the promoting, supporting the physical, emotional, social, intellectual development of a child which is having different styles child rearing. There are many factors which influences the relationship, but parent-child relationship can be maintained by various ways as appreciating child, taking him to new places, and casual conversation between parents and children. This biography, information are taken this biography, and let's continue watching the video about the relationship between children and parents.
Families. I'm Dr. Roberta Holt from the Bowen Center for the Study of the Family. This television production is a joint venture between the Family Center and the University of the District of Columbia. We all come from some version of a family system, and all of us struggle with many of the same issues and kinds of relationships. So in this program, we want to provide ideas that can be useful in your thinking about your own relationships and the families in which you are a part. Today, our focus is on child-parent relationships. More specifically, surviving adolescence for both parents and children. My guest is Kathleen B. Kerr, a member of the faculty of the Georgetown Family Center, now known as the Bowen Center for the Study of the Family. Mrs. Kerr grew up in New Cumberland, Pennsylvania, and graduated from the School of Nursing at Georgetown University. Subsequently, she received a master's in psychiatric nursing from Catholic University. Later, she attended George Washington University and also received postgraduate training in family systems at the Georgetown Family Center. At the Family Center, Mrs. Kerr is the director of the Sliding Fee Scale Clinic. Mrs. Kerr's clinical interest in mother-child relationships led her to look at those relationships in other species. Ultimately, she gained access to the data from the research on mother-child relationships on chimpanzees conducted at Gombe Stream Research Center, the center begun by Jane Goodall in Tanzania. Her research efforts have refined her understanding of the biological underpinnings of mother-child attachment. In addition to her clinical work, Mrs. Kerr has raised 3 adult children and recently became a grandmother for the first time. Her personal and professional experience integrates into a seasoned professional who knows the practical as well as theoretical issues of parenthood. Kathleen, welcome to Family Matters.
Thanks.
Thank you. Before we start, I wanted to ask you a little about the clinic at the Family Center. You're the director of the clinic, and what kinds of problems come through the door at the Family Center?
Pretty much everything you can imagine. Marital problems, individuals having problems, depression, anxiety, separations, divorces, child custody issues, and of course, the thing we're talking about today, parent-child problems, children having symptoms, parents being frustrated, the whole gamut.
Well, you've been at the parent-child study most of your professional career. And in that, how did you get into it? What drew you to it? How'd you even...
Gosh, that's a good question. I mean, going back into the mid-'70s, somehow that was an area that I particularly got intrigued with and kind of stayed on ever since. There have been other things I've gotten interested in parallel, but parent-child relationships is the sort of continuing thread that has been interesting to me.
Well, there are a lot of people out there who are struggling with their teenagers or struggling with themselves trying to raise a teenager or